Good evening and welcome to yet another session of Mindful Living. Like all sessions of Mindful Living, this session is dedicated to improving your quality of life. I promise you that in the next 90 odd minutes that we're going to spend together, I will do my best to make this session truly worth your while, make this investment of your time truly worth your while. What we are going to be sharing with you today is a unique framework for career growth, which is not uh, taught anywhere in the world. Please type why if any of these questions resonate with you. Feel free to type why more than once. Are you ambitious and striving to grow into leadership roles? Do you feel I'm working hard but not moving ahead? I don't know how to design my future, I'm just reacting to life. Please keep typing why, friends. Do you struggle to balance saving, investment, and spending? Do you want to build wealth while enjoying life? Do you find it challenging to manage stress, maintain work life balance, and navigate workplace conflicts? Thank you, friends, for participating actively. Do you feel that you aren't making the most out of networking opportunities, unsure how to leverage connections effectively? Are you keen on improving interpersonal skills, developing emotional quotient and leadership skills? Do you worry about stagnating in your current role, looking for strategies to stand out and move up the ladder? Thank you, friends. Please keep your responses coming in. Are you curious and growth oriented, keen on learning to stay competitive in a fast changing environment to further your career? Friends, if the answer to any of those questions has been yes, you are at the right place at the right time, because in the session today we are going to share about the a very powerful bulletproof framework which will help you take your career to a new high in 2026. One of my teachers says that it is knowledge that can help us get from where we are to where we want to go, and it is that which we are going to discuss about in this session today. For those of you who may be joining the session for a first time, my name is Ashish Kumar and I am the founder of Mindful Living. Prior to starting Mindful Living in 2018, I worked in the corporate sector with companies like Xerox, Tata AIA Life Insurance, Future Generali, Marsh India, HCL Healthcare, and Healthcare at Home for about 25 years. By education, I am an MBA in finance, cost accountant, fellow of Life Management Institute, a certified mindfulness meditation teacher, author of Beyond Limits, and mentor to students of IIM Nagpur. We started Mindful Living community in April 2020 when the first lockdown took place. Few of my friends reached out to me and requested me to conduct a session on mindfulness to deal with the stress, anxiety that the first lockdown was causing. So over a weekend, I conducted a session for my friends. One thing led to the other, and over a period of last 5 years, close to 6 years now, we have grown to be a vibrant community of over 1,000 people who connect regularly to learn about living a healthy life, happy life, and wealthier lives. This is a no nonsense community where there are no good morning, good night messages, only people sharing messages about supporting each other and living consciously. We don't advertise about the work we do, so the only way you can join this community is when somebody invites you to join the community, and I would like to invite you with open arms and heart to join the Mindful Living community. To check out the previous sessions that we have conducted, over 250 sessions are there by world-class speakers on our Mindful Living YouTube channel. You can scan the QR code to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please stay actively engaged. Please keep your cameras open. It is lovely to see your beautiful faces. Stay actively engaged. We will take up question and answers towards the end of the session, but from time to time we will have discussions. Keep your notepad ready. There will be a lot of things which you can write and benefit from, and show reactions if there is something that resonates with you. If you like something, if you love something, feel free to share that. So on that note, friends, let's dive into the session today. Let me once again ask you if any of these statements resonate with you, and type me if you feel frustrated sometimes to see less qualified people growing in business even though you are doing a lot of work. Please type me if you can relate to this statement. Or you see on LinkedIn that there are people who are just like you, who are getting success, but you have no idea on how they are doing it. Thank you, friends. Please keep typing. Please participate actively. Do you think you are drastically earning less because many people, half your experiences, are making double your income? If the answer to any of these questions is yes, then you're going to find solution to how you can elevate to your next level of growth by making the shifts that are required to be made. I discovered these shifts by closely observing the high achievers in the companies that I was working for. And I noticed that there is something different about how successful people manage their emotions, how they present themselves, and how they speak, what they speak. They would work 9 hours, leave office at 6 p.m. They were operating very effectively under pressure, and they continued to grow in their career. I realized that there are things these superstars are doing which everybody else was not. And as I observed and implemented those shifts, my own growth started seeing an immediate impact, and that is what we are going to be sharing with you in this session today. For last couple of years, it's been my passion to help people grow in their careers by making these shifts. Once you make the shift to the new way of thinking and behaving, you will unlock financial growth, where you will see that these financial strategies work for you, and you will be able to generate enough wealth to send your kids to college and also save for your retirement. You will have time to spend with your loved ones, and you will have a dream lifestyle traveling across the world, and you will be able to do that because of the financial freedom that comes with implementing these strategies. So friends, as I mentioned to you earlier, we are going to be talking about this Trinity, the divine Trinity of LSD, which helps us elevate our life to the new level. I'm inspired, I visited Egypt nearly 20 years back, and I was inspired by the triangle, which is the most stable structure that we have. The pyramids are considered the most stable structure on planet Earth. They have been standing for nearly 5,000 years and going strong. So when we follow this triangle structure, this trinity, and what these goddesses communicate to us, then we create a very solid structure for our growth that is sustainable and long-standing. Lakshmi, as we may be familiar with, most of us may be familiar with, is the goddess of wealth. She brings wealth, abundance, and prosperity, helping you achieve financial success and abundance. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge, wisdom, growth, skills, enhances your knowledge, develops skills, and grow professionally. And Durga is the goddess of connections, and she enables you master your emotions, build stronger relationships, and lead with EQ. The beauty of this is they are all closely interrelated. If you have money, but if you don't have knowledge, you may not be respected. Or if you have knowledge, but you don't have the money, also you may not be respected. Also, it is important for us to understand the interrelationships between Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Durga. Most of us often chase money, but we don't realize that it is building capabilities and abilities which lead to money. So we need to start with Saraswati and then go on to Lakshmi. But for starting with Saraswati, we may need Lakshmi. And if we have knowledge and the abundance, it becomes fulfilling only when we have powerful connections, and how our connections and our emotions ability to enjoy our life makes it meaningful for us. That is what we are going to dive into in the next 60 odd minutes. We also have put together a workshop for you where we will be we are going to go much more into details into each of these elements and how we can take blessings from these divine entities to take our career to a completely new level. Starting with Lakshmi. I don't say this is PricewaterhouseCoopers research, which they have been doing for nearly 15 years now. And they find that 57% of the professionals say finances are the primary cause of stress in their lives. And this this stress impacts their sleep, mental health, self-esteem, physical health, and also relationships. And I have had my own set of challenges with money. Even though I am a cost accountant and MBA in finance, what I realize is that these courses don't teach you anything about managing personal finance. They teach you cost accountancy, they teach you corporate finance, but not personal finance. And through the years of working with many clients, many coaching clients, I realized that irrespective of how well educated you may be, but if you don't have the knowledge of managing personal finance, you could be a disaster. So this knowledge of personal financial management is very, very important for career success. And this is what we are going to be discussing in next couple of minutes. The number one rule, which is also referred to as the golden rule of personal finance, is that we should spend what is left after saving, not save what is left after spending. Now this is I'm sure something that you have heard of earlier, but in the workshop we are going to dive into how can you do that, and how by saving money which we normally throw away without blinking an eye, you can create $1 million fortune for yourself and your family. So how to do this is what we discuss in the workshop. When my parents, in my times of my parents, this was relatively easier because there was no credit card, and willy-nilly you were spending what you were earning. But today the income and expenses have been delinked because of credit card. So I could be earning 100 but could be spending 200 because of the ease of credit that is available to us, and this leads to debt trap. Any person who is spending more than what he is earning is running towards financial ruin. Whether it is a corporate employee or Vijay Malaya, people will land into trouble. And all successful people, and I'll request you to observe in your life, reflect and observe in your life, are those who are spending, who are saving first and then spending what is left after saving. And this saving is related to financial goals, which is the other thing which we cover in our session. As I mentioned earlier, you will do yourself a great favor by stopping to use credit cards, or if you can't stop, work towards paying the credit cards 100% every time the statement comes, or anything else, but or minimize if you can't stop them overnight. But this is you will do yourself a great favor by spending mindfully. Second, as I mentioned earlier, the financial planning structure, the most stable financial planning structure, which hardly any financial planner talks about. Is this structure inspired by pyramids, where you focus on protection first? Most of the people I see these days, they start with investments, and they go for equity investments, which offer them the highest return. But the fact is, the tragedies happen, and if you have not protected your income generating capability, which is our life, then a disaster can happen. I'm very sorry to share that in the Ahmedabad crash that took place, I lost my friend and his wife. And they didn't have adequate insurance, which has now put their children's education plans at risk. So having an insurance, life insurance, health insurance, cyber security insurance is very, very important. And once you have done this protection for your income generating capability and created an emergency fund, is when you should go towards saving for your retirements, kids education, and then start investing in mutual funds. So this is how, but typically what happens is, it is the insurance agent who comes to us, or the mutual fund advisor who comes to us, or real estate agent. They're all peddling their own products rather than helping you look at your finances holistically. And I would urge you to take out time and schedule a call or a meeting with your financial planner who can help you build this structure. It is our money is our responsibility. Don't leave it to anybody else to decide for you where your money should go. I'll pause here to see how is this going with you, and if you have any questions on this so far. Hello GK sir, hello Mayur, hello Prabhidit, hi Ketki, hello Manoj, hi Monica, hello Aparna. All right, all right. So we will, if it is going good, I'll continue, and then we will pause in a while from now, in a couple of minutes from now. How many of you would like to know how rich keep getting richer? Please type me if you would like to know how. Yeah, thank you, Prabhit. If you would like to know, thank you, Ridhila. Thank you, Richard. Only three people want to know how rich get richer. Thank you, Mayur.
What's
Thank you, thank you. So, friends, this is what I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, and this simple change in mindset is what has
mm,
helped me a lot in creating my fortunes.
mm,
And this formula is very simple. It says that the rich people use their income to create assets that generate more income. That is the virtuous upwards spiral of prosperity. The poor people, the difference between rich people and poor people is, the poor people use their income to meet the expenses, and if they are not saving enough, they're spending the entire income, and then they're borrowing more to spend. So that is a short way to stay in poverty. Whereas the rich, the difference is that they use assets to create income, and they use income to create assets. So it becomes a virtuous upward spiral. This sounds very simple, and once you can get moving in this direction, I'm not saying that 100% shift happens overnight, but if you can start moving in this direction, you will have great prosperity come your way. The fourth thing, which I want to talk to you in the Lakshmi part of the session, is how rich and successful are different. The poor people, they are focused on income, whereas the rich are focused on net worth. That is why if you look at the list of the richest people in the world, they are always ranked by the assets they own, by their net worth. Net worth is what is it that you own minus what is it that you owe. Elon Musk is worth $600 billion. Jeff Bezos, another is about $200-300 billion. Warren Buffett, 150. We know that. Do we know how much they're earning? We don't know, right? but we know their assets because that is what everybody is focused on, and we understand that because if you have more assets, your income generating ability is more, and that is the difference they make. So I'll now pause here and I'll let you reflect on what we have discussed so far, and write down for yourself in the notepad what is one financial habit that you will improve in this month. Is it, are you going to protect? Are you going towards protection? Are you going to buy or enhance your health insurance cover, life insurance cover? Are you going to look at cyber security insurance there?
हेलो.
Yes.
अब बाद
Or
में बात कीजिए, मैं मीटिंग में हूँ अभी.
are you going to start saving little bit more? What is it that you're going to do? What is the difference that you're going to make? And while you're reflecting on this, I would like to share with you the structure. Thank you, Aparna. I would like to share with you the structure that we have. What is it that we are going to cover in the Lakshmi part of the session workshop, building financial security, understanding the key principles of financial planning and security. Multiple sources of income. We mostly have one or two or three sources of income, but rich people have multiple sources of income. And so how do you build those multiple sources of income? How to manage personal finances and become financial free? What is financial freedom quotient? How to set realistic financial goals, that is also very important, because when people start financial planning, somehow they get so excited that they want to they set very unrealistic goals. I was once coaching somebody who was earning 20 lakh rupees and he wanted to go to 2 crore rupees of income. It's possible, but unless it is backed by belief and many other strategies, it doesn't work. What are the challenges faced by corporate professionals? How do we live our lives looking at other people, keeping up with the Joneses? How to create a personal financial plan? What is it that we need? What is it that we want to grow with? What is the golden rule of personal finance? How rich keep getting richer? We dive much more into this. Emergency fund. When I started my business, I took a loan on my LIC policy and I gave about 11 odd lakh rupees to my wife, and that was my emergency fund for a year. So I knew even if my business doesn't take off, the family is taken care of for 1 year. And the beauty of emergency fund is once you create an emergency fund, the emergency never comes. So that is how my personal experience also was. This is something I learned from Dave Ramsey, and it has worked beautifully for me and for each of my coaching clients. Investment strategies and asset allocation, very underrated. How much money, there is a common saying that don't put all your eggs in one basket. How much money are you putting in real estate? How much in stocks? How much in gold? How much in silver? How much in foreign currency? Within stocks, how much in large cap, mid cap, small cap? So how are you doing this asset allocation is what is at the foundation of building long term wealth. If you are investing all your money in FDs, then I'm very sorry to say you will not be creating long term wealth for yourself and your family. In fact, you're putting your own financial future and your family's financial future at risk. So, how much in FD, how much in stocks, how much in mutual funds, all of this is important and what we discussed in this session. Uh, Okay, I'll stop here to see if you have any quick questions or comments, to hear from you if this is resonating with you. What is your takeaway? What came up for you in your reflection? Hello Satyanarayan. Hello Makarand. Hello Aparna.
Uh,
Anything you would like to comment or share? Ask. Hello Deepak.
Actually, I joined a bit late. There was some issue in joining the meeting, so I just you know understood about that Lakshmi principle where all eggs should not be in one basket.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
That's an important one, very important one. Yes, Deepak.
Hi,
Hello.
Ashish. Good evening.
Hello.
I'm so
Good
also
evening.
sorry. Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
So I also just joined, got late. I actually I missed. There was a session at 5.
All right. Anyway, we'll be sharing the recording of this session with everybody who has registered, so you can catch
That
up
would be
on
great.
that.
Yeah.
And as we go along, please keep taking notes so that you
Okay.
can benefit from what we are sharing by applying, on your personal lives. This quote has been my guiding philosophy in life. You will be the same person 5 years as you are today, except for the people you meet and the books you read. And I have been doing both of that, and I have been very blessed to be able to read some very good books and meet some wonderful people. And this is the segue into the Saraswati part of our session, where we are going to talk about knowledge and skills. What is our most valuable asset? Anybody would like to type in the chat? And friends, I would like to share with you, this is not a school. There are no right or wrong answers. Yeah, most valuable at time. Okay, thank you, thank you. Time is, of course, the most valuable asset. And the answer to this question could vary depending on the context that we have, in the context of what we are discussing. Yeah, thank you, Ketki. Thank you, Makarand. Yeah, our ability to learn, come to think about it, if we can learn what we need, I shared a picture with you where people can go from where they are to where they want to go using the knowledge, right? So if we can learn what we need to go to where we want, then we will all be so successful and super successful in our lives, right? So our ability, our knowledge, our ability to learn and learn at a fast pace, learn, unlearn, relearn, is to my mind the most valuable asset that we have. And this again, one of the my most favorite quotes says, "A formal education will make you a living, whereas a self-education will make you a fortune." So, as you know, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a BCom cost accountant and an MBA in finance, and that helped me get through 25 years of my life. But the minute I started investing in my own education, I'm by God's grace doing very, very well. In the last 8 years, I have invested over 20 lakh rupees in my own education, and I have recovered many times of that. And this is not only me or Jim Rohn who is saying that the self-education will make you a fortune. Harvard Business Review also says that professionals who invest in their learning are 2 to 3 times more likely to advance into leadership roles. So continuing to invest in our education is very important. McKinsey also says that 87% of the companies feel that they have skill gaps or expect to have skill gaps. So there is an urgent need to learn and upgrade our skills. And there are many, many leaders who are readers. Warren Buffett pictured in the center. He started his career selling newspapers, and whatever he was earning selling newspaper, he invested that money in buying stocks. So you can correlate. He would not have read Robert Kiyosaki because he had not written the book that time. But the same philosophy that assets use income to create, the rich use income to create assets that generate more income. So he earned money selling newspapers. He invested in buying stocks which generate more income for him. His partner and friend Charlie Munger on the left used to joke saying that my grandkids think that I am a book with legs, because every time they would see me, I am buried reading a book. So they used to think I am a book with legs. That is how such a voracious reader he was. And Bill Gates is known famously for taking out 15 days every month to immerse himself into reading. And you can go and check out his blogs, the favorite books. Every year he comes out with a recommendation of books, etc. And there are many, many more. Leaders are readers, absolutely. Everybody is continuously investing in their own education. I would like you to answer this question for me. In a year, how many hours we have got? So you can take your calculator on your phone and calculate, how many hours we have got in a year, and type in the chat. Yeah, thank you, Richard. Thank you, Vrinda. So we have got 24 hours in a day, and we have got 365 days. Yeah, thank you, Makarand. Anybody else has got that answer? We'll give others also a couple of minutes to figure out how many hours we have got in a year. It's a beautiful number, 876. How many hours? Yeah, same. Thank you. Yeah, it'll be same. Thank you, Vrinda. So we have got 8,760 hours, right? How many hours out of these 8,760 hours do you think we should invest in our own learning? I mentioned to you, like Bill Gates take out 15 days every year. So we can assume that 15 into 12 hours, maybe 180 hours he's studying. So what, as per you, I'm not saying you need to take out 180 hours, I'm just giving an example. How many hours as per you? And as I mentioned earlier, this is not a school. There is no right or wrong answer. It is just your expectation, 1%. So Sasha, how much would that be? 87 hours, right? 87, 88 hours. 1 hour a day, 87 hours in a year. Yeah, 365 hours. We've got two range, 87 hours, 365 hours. Anybody else? We have got 16 people here on the call, but we have got only two answers. How many hours, as per you, one should invest, or you should invest in your learning? 100 hours, 150 hours. Thank you, friends. Now, all I am saying, thank you, each of one of those is a right answer for you. All I am saying is, out of the 8,760 hours, thank you, GK sir, out of 8,000, thank you, Satyanarayan, out of 8,760 hours, can you take out 60 hours of learning? If you think out of 8,760 hours, you can devote 60 hours to learning, please type yes. Yes, I can take out 60 hours out of 8,760 hours for learning. My growth. Yeah, thank you, Vrinda. Thank you, Ketki. Yeah, thank you. We have got a very good bunch of participants today. A lot of you are committed to your learning, and that is the reason that you are here in this session. Thank you, Mayur. Thank you, Richard. But the challenge is, we all know that we should invest in our own learning, but anyone relates to this cartoon? What is the challenge we have as corporate professionals, as busy authors, coaches, trainers? That we don't have time, right? We are too busy, and that is the reason we are not able to find time. And the answer to this is what I learned from Stephen Covey and one of the senior friends I met, that what is the most important at life should not be at the mercy of what is least important. As you saw in this, if these guys take time to replace the wheel with a round one, square wheel with a round one, the work will become very easier. But we don't do that because we are busy. They're just busy doing the work. But what is most important is this 60 hours, which is about 1 hour, a little more than an hour a week. Can you put it in your calendar? That every Sunday morning or Saturday morning or Sunday night, I am just saying, you can choose your own time. I will put down 1 hour of learning into my calendar, and come what may, I'm not moving that, right? So, and 60 hours is, it may sound like less, but typically a certification course will be about 20 hours of study time. You can, and there is a TED talk also which says that in 20 hours you can easily learn a new skill. So 20 hours, 60, if you look at 60 hours, you will be able to do 2 to 3 certifications. Even if it is one certification, you will have developed the habit of doing 1, 2, or 3 certifications every year on year, and over a period of time that compounds into very powerful habit. The world is changing very fast. And if we assume, or if we, like this pigeon who closed his eyes looking at the cat and thinking that the cat has gone away, that's not going to work. We all know that, right? The world is changing fast, and if we are closing our eyes and thinking that without learning I'll get away with what I'm, then we are mistaken. Like dinosaurs, we'll be wiped out. So I'll now, the pause here for you to let you reflect on what financial habit we have covered earlier. What am I learning regularly to stay relevant? Are there new courses you are doing? Are there somebody you are following? Thought leaders? Where I am busy but not truly growing? What is the, and I'm not saying it should be 60 hours, it could be 120 hours. Like if you do 2 hours every weekend, it will be little more than 100 hours. Whatever you decide for yourself. Please take 1 minute or so and reflect on what is it that you're going to do differently in 2026. And if it's okay with you, feel free to share in the chat. And in the session that we have on Saraswati, how to build intellectual, how to invest in intellectual growth for sustained corporate success, we dive into why this is important. What is the importance of learning on career longevity? In my own career, I have seen that there have been periods when I was not studying, and those were the years when I was stagnating. So I'm not saying that may hold true for everybody, but reflect on your own career, whether the periods you were learning are accompanied by or followed by periods where you were growing very fast. So why this is important for personal and professional success? Future proofing your career. You may be relevant today, but are you going to be relevant 5 years, 10 years down the line? So are you future proofing? What are the barriers to intellectual development, like lack of time we discussed, how to find time to study, to invest in our learning, consequences of intellectual stagnation, strategies for investing in intellectual development, formal, what are the formal ways of learning, like advanced degrees, certifications, which you spoke about, executive education, and informal ways to learn, which could be mentors. Thank you, Mayur. Which could be mentors or any other friends or study groups or masterminds you may be a part of, or identifying gaps and creating a PDP. This is something which we do, where we ask participants to identify their skill sets now and the next role that they are looking at, and what are the skill sets they will need to get to the next role. We all want to grow to become SVP, VP, CEO, CXO, but do we have the skill sets? Have we identified these skill sets that are required for me to grow? Just my wishing that I grow will not help us grow. Am I identifying and then working on them? So that is what we deep dive into, Saraswati. Yeah, but we'll hear from you, Richard, as we go along. Now we come to the final part of this framework, Durga, which is the goddess of emotions, connections, and power. How do we, and interestingly, each one of these goddesses is source of power. You have power of knowledge, and I'm sure you have known people who are experts in their field, and they're respected for that, and they command power for that. Or people who have money and they have the money power, and people who know people who have money and knowledge and they have the access to them. So this is practicing this framework also makes you very powerful as an individual and as a part of the ecosystem. And this is a quote I love. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So imagine how we are moving from, just a while back I was saying it is what you know, and now I'm saying that it's who you know. And it is both, because if you have all the knowledge, but if you are not meeting the relevant people, it's of little use. So Durga is, the power, infinite power of connections, infinite power of emotions, and the importance of being emotionally intelligent. And once again, I would like to share with you how are rich and successful different from those who are not so rich and successful. It is because they focus on their network. Their network is their net worth. So by focusing on people, they associate with people, mix up with, have lunch with, dinner with, are what makes. And I'm sure in your own life also you would have seen that the opportunities that have come your way have come through the people you know. Please type yes if you agree that the opportunities that have come to you have come through somebody you know. It could be a learning opportunity, somebody telling you this is a very good course you do, or a business opportunity, or see, so many of you are agreeing with me. The opportunities come through people, through the network. Some opportunities are, like I'm part of an alumni group, and they share jobs, and they say that this job please don't share outside, because this is for the alumni group. Even the companies, when they want to hire people, they first do IGP, which is internal job posting, before they put it out. So everything works on networks, so it is very important to build networks. And sometimes people tell me, they push me back saying that Ashish, I am a introvert, and we have strategies in this course. We will discuss how introverts can also network. So but no excuses for not networking. We will make this work for you. Like I was mentioning earlier, 70 to 85% of the job opportunities are filled through networking. I worked in my career, you can go and check out on LinkedIn, in 9 different companies. 6 out of those 9 jobs came through me through referrals. 100% of my business, it's been 8 years I have been in business, has come from references. You would not see a single ad of mindful living. If you can find an ad of mindful living, I'll give you 1 crore rupees. No ad, only references, and it's credibility. So when it comes to Durga and emotion, one of the simplest but most effective things that you can do is emotional bank account. This is from 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Dr. Stephen Covey, where he talks about how investing in the emotions of people is so powerful. It is not manipulating people. It is, you may call it random act of kindness, or it is about understanding what people like and then doing that. Sometimes we keep doing a lot of things and we get exhausted. यार मैं तो इतना कर रहा हूँ, but वो उसको कुछ अच्छा ही नहीं लगता, क्योंकि आप वो कर रहे हो जो उसको चाहिए नहीं. If you do what other person wants to do, only then it is a deposit. Like if I've got a bank account in SDFC, which is rupee denominated, if I go and put dollars in that, they are going to not accept it. So we need to understand what the other person likes and then do it. And we really delve into this simple but very effective practice of emotional bank account. It's a simple thing like keeping promises, and it applies within family, professionally also. When you keep promises to your partner or to your children, and you keep, or to your colleagues, I'll do this, and you do it, all that. Yeah, thank you. So this is very nice, very powerful. And once we learn to network systematically, build, invest in relationships at work. In my coaching sessions, many people come who are struggling in their at their workplace, and even before they say something, I know that these people have not taken out time to invest in relationships, building relationships at workplace. Building relationships and network at workplace is one of the best ways to enable your career progression and to deal with challenges like office politics, etc. So a lot of advice, collaboration, everything, opportunities come when you network very, very well. And not networking has its consequences. I'm not going to get in that. You are well aware about that. So in the Durga part, building social capital, we understand capital as money, but we don't understand social capital, which is so important. People want to get married to some people because of the network the family has, or they want to go to a particular college because once you are part of the IIM alumni or Harvard alumni or Simbi alumni, or then it opens so many doors for you. So that is the social capital, or the work that we do. Most of you are members of Mindful Living community. The community itself is so powerful. There are so many people. Are you reaching out to people? Are you getting to know them? A lot of that. So understanding emotional quotient, importance of emotional quotient. Why is EQ better than IQ? Components, etc. Importance of networking, different types of network, school network, college network, the companies you have worked for network, your in-laws network, your family network. One of my jobs came to me because my father's friend's son-in-law referred me to that company. So what kind of network do you have? Strategies for building social and professional network, resilience. We can't prevent bad happening from us, but when something undesirable happens, if we have people around us, it softens the impact of that. So social resilience is very important. Having a good network of people around you is very important to deal with any adversities. I will give you an example. Recently, my wife had to be admitted to an emergency hospital, and I was away. My mom was away, and then my sister and my brother-in-law, they took her, and so in this case, it is family, but it could have been friends or it could have been anybody. So when you have these people, and you can take this example in the context of workplace or any other place, it's. Then balancing work relationships with personal ones. Importance of support system. Are you succeeding only at work and your family life is gone to dogs, or your family life is good but your social life, or whatever. So what is importance of balancing and building a life outside of work, hobbies, community, emotional background. So we go really deep into this, and so this makes it worthwhile. If you have money but nobody to share that happiness with, there's no point. If you have a career, people get divorced, CEOs get divorced. So the success then suddenly feels very empty. We're living in a 100 crore flat, but then there is nobody to share it with. What's the point? So this social capital makes it worthwhile. So this 3 is like, it's very, very important. It's like 0 or 1. If you have Lakshmi but no Saraswati, people won't respect you. There is this movie, Three Idiots, I'm sure you would have seen, where Javed Jafri, father, says that, people respect me because I have money. They respect me on my face. But the minute I turn, they show me a thenga and say, this guy is illiterate, So if you have money but no knowledge, then people don't respect you. If you don't have education, people don't respect you. Or if you have that, but if you have both, but you don't have a family to enjoy it with or friends to enjoy it with, it doesn't. So it's a 0 and 1 game. So you need to have all these 3 are very, very important. So we'll pause here now. I'll let you reflect on this, and also reflect in your own life and see if you know someone who has implemented this LSD framework. Because I have come up with this framework studying many people in my network who are invested in, who have learned. They manage their money very well. They are continuously learning. One of my bosses, after working full day, he would spend couple of hours every night updating himself about whatever is happening in the industry, and it was such a pleasure interacting with him, because there was so much value he used to add to us in our conversations and in client meetings, because he was way ahead of any one of us, because investing in knowledge. And of course we had very good relationships also. So is there somebody how has this resonated with you? Is there any relationship that deserves more presence and care? I'll pause here to see if you have any questions or comments on this.
Always. Thank you, first of all, Ashish. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Where are you from? Thank you very much for. It's wonderful to see you. My first thought is it's a wealth of knowledge that you share, and I'm very grateful and humbled for that. So thank you. Secondly, what I notice is because I look at the plus, minuses, and the things where I can overlap. I think I'm good on the process, on the relationship building, yes. But I think you have people who are naturally more proactive in reaching out because people are different. If I look at my environment, because your question is who should I reach out to? And here's my thought. Nature is in that sense a dual happening. So too much force can make the tree too much cut. That's why it doesn't grow. And I think it's striking that balance. Because if I look in, I'm 43 now, I'm young or old, depends on who I ask in the family. Here's my point. I see people who've had certain success on reaching people out and certain success on learning, been good at learning. I think it's about incorporating a well-structured balance of those, and not as much as asking, but also in supporting, so that it's mutually beneficial. And we shouldn't. And my final comment: my aunt, my godmother, you've seen her. We've been married for 60 years. She mentioned when I ate soup at her house, it's a Dutch habit to have small meatballs in the soup. And my godfather enjoys meatballs in the soup too. And we both love those tiny meatballs. And she said a very wise thing. We're not going to count the meatballs who are in the soup because everyone will be thought of in the equal proportion given to the. Well, she had a way of saying it because I respect her age. And I'm sorry for a little bit of a sentiment on that part, but also with a practical message.
Thank you.
So don't
Thank
count
you.
balls. Thank you.
Very beautiful. What I liked the most was it's give and take. So it's not only doing these things to get, but also to give. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing your perspective, Richard. Anybody else would like to share, ask? And the balance, of course, is very important, and we need to do it as per our comfort. So friends, knowledge, we often say that knowledge is not power. Knowledge is power, but actually knowledge is not power. It is when we take action on the knowledge, it becomes power. So please spend 2 minutes, reflect, or 3 minutes rather, on one decision that you will take and act on in the next 7 days. One habit system that you will build, and one person I will connect with or support. So is there any support you need in implementing this LSD framework? What is one habit? Will you save 25 rupees more, 100 rupees more? Like I was sharing in one other session, one of the habits I have is to go for free seat when I'm booking a flight ticket. That itself helps me save about 400 rupees, So what is it that you can build? What's one system that you can build will perpetually keep saving money for you, or one decision that you will take? And once you're done, please type D in the chat, or if you're comfortable sharing, please type what is it that you're going to do or whom you're going to reach out to. Thank you, Prabhadit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you, Monica. All right. Anyway, we'll be sharing this recording with you, and you can reflect on this and continue to work on this. So now we are coming to the end of this session, and the remaining part of the session is for those who are sick and tired of stagnating in their career and want to accelerate your professional growth and go to leadership positions. who are willing to learn new things, new language, new way of being, and challenging existing perceptions about yourself and other people. Seek financial security. One thing I realized is those people who are very who grow in their careers are those who have solid financial plans. In my own case, I struggled a bit with finances, and that I was always stressed. What will happen if I lose my job, and that led to a lot of stress and suboptimal career choices. If I would have felt more secure, if I would have felt my finances, managed my finances better, my career trajectory would have been different. Aspire to be recognized as a thought leader and influencer, then you should invest in the LSD program, which is to take your career to a new high in 2026. So, if do I have your permission to share about this program? If you are interested to know about this program, you may stay on the call, or if not, then you may choose to leave because it's Saturday evening. I understand you may be busy. And those who are staying, do I have your permission to share about the LSD program with you? Please type P if I have your permission to share about the LSD program, which will help you, thank you Vrinda, which will help you accelerate your career success by taking one smart decision at a time. So we are on the 10th day of 2026, and for the next 355 days, whether you want to go at 10 or 100, that is the decision you need to take. And for those of you who want to go ahead at the speed of 100, I would urge you to consider investing in the LSD program. And it comes from Warren Buffett that the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. The more you learn the more you will earn, right? And I would like you to take 2 minutes, and you don't need to be very accurate with this. Estimate what has been your lifetime earning, okay, and what has been your lifetime investment in learning. Please take 2 minutes. A ballpark figures will do. You don't need to be very accurate. Ballpark, I've earned 1 crore, 10 crores, 50 lakhs. Thank you, Sasha. What is it that you have earned in lifetime, in your career of 10, 20, 30 years? And what is the lifetime investment you have made in your learning? Educations, trainings that you have done. And that will give you an idea of the return on investment. We tend to think of investment in learning, or not investment, the amount we spend on learning as an expense, whereas it's an investment. Has anybody got that answer? How much have you spent in your education and learning, and how much have been your lifetime earnings? Is my question clear? This is for your own self. You don't need to share those numbers with us. All you need to share with us is what is the ROI you have got, what is the return on investment you have got. Triple, yeah. Yeah. What you invest in your learning and what you earn is like humongous. We invest very less amount in learning, but it keeps giving us returns. It's like planting a tree. You invest, you sow the seed once, but it keeps giving you fruits every year. Anybody else who would like to share their ROI on learning? It's 6,000% in my own case. Yeah, higher the risk, higher the reward. For me, it's paying off. Yeah, beautiful, Richard. So you can do that later if you like, but I think you've got this point that investment learning is ongoing. Yes, thank you. So invest in LSD, and any amount of investment like we've just seen pays itself many times over in just few months. And that is my intention also, that whatever you invest in this program, you get at least 10x more on that, and invest with somebody who has achieved the same level of success and committed to helping you succeed, right? And there are two types of investment we need. One is the investment of time, and the other one is investment of money, and that is what we will understand in a couple of minutes from now. Being a finance professional myself, it is my firm commitment to ensure that you get very high return on the time and money that you invest in this program. So we have four sessions for the LSD program. The first one took place on 7th of January, and we will share the recording of that with you with those who want to join the program workshop. And the next one is on 15th, 29th, and then on 5th Feb. Each session is about 90 minutes, and we have shared the days, dates, and the time here. And the fees is a nominal 4,999 rupees. It's such a power-packed program, and the fees is peanuts compared to the change in perspective and the outcome that you will get. For those of you who are interested in enrolling for the workshop, can scan this QR code and remit the fees, and we are ready to welcome you in the program. The sessions are on Zoom like this one, and in case you tend to miss any session because of time zone issues or time issues, the recording will be shared with you. This is very resource rich. We have participant workbooks, case studies, assignment, exercises, handouts, links to reference material, and you get a certificate of completion. We have an annual calendar, as you might be aware, and this program, if you miss now, the next one would be in January 2027. This program we are not repeating in 2026, so don't miss this opportunity of investing in your investing 6 hours into your learning, which could change your life completely. And it is not those, and you also get the benefit of being a part of this community where you get to continue practicing. And the other option for you is to opt for the systematic learning plan, which is a year-long program, and I'll talk a bit about that now. In the systematic learning plan, which is a 60-hour plan that I was referring to earlier, we have LSD 4 sessions. Each session is about 90 minutes, as I mentioned earlier. So totally there are 40 sessions of 1.5 hours each. So that is how we have come up with 60 hours. Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, we have already spoken about. The psychology of success is inspired by the work of Tony Robbins, where he says that it is psychology more than technology which helps us succeed. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a finance professional, and I used to think finance is a technical subject, and if I know my subject well, I'll grow. But that is only 15% of the success. 85% of the success is attributable to the emotional intelligence, mental toughness, and many other things that we talk about in this program. So that's psychology of success for you. Then we have stress to smiles. We are highly stressed. Today, people are highly stressed. So this session, how to deal with stress, what are the causes of stress, how can we reframe to become smiling and successful. Becoming a trailblazing leader is our flagship program on leadership. It has got 8 sessions, which is developing a champion's mindset, imagination quotient, creating a blueprint for your success, time management with the most valuable resource, which some of you pointed out, emotional intelligence, compassionate leadership. Why compassionate leadership is the best form of leadership. Sharpen the saw at the capstone session. Very powerful program. We have been doing this for 5 years now. So this must be the 7th or 8th time that we are doing this. Magical success rituals. This is all successful people have rituals which they follow. So in this session, I share why rituals are important. What should be those rituals? What are the some rituals of successful people across the world? how I discovered this, how I have implemented this in my life, what are the challenges which people face, and how life can completely get transformed. That is magical success rituals. Then the magic of gratitude, which is the highest known energy field, very very powerful for manifestation. So anybody who is looking at manifestation should come for this program. Then mindfulness, again a signature program of mine, is Swiss knife for corporate professionals, 6 sessions. And the millionaire blueprint, which is inspired by Donald Reed, who was a janitor, who was a sweeper, but was worth about nearly 72 crores, worth $8 million. So if a sweeper can be worth 72 crore rupees, why can't we? So what are the things he did? What are the roadmap he uses? What we share in the blueprint, millionaire blueprint, which anyone can use to grow in their to become financially abundant. And possibly the most powerful workshop, which is the goal setting workshop, which is scheduled for December 2026. Once you sign up for the systematic learning program, we'll give you the recording of the previous session that we did, so you can set goals for 26 and revisit them in 26 again and set them for 27. So individually, if you go for these programs, the fees is 40,991 rupees. We also have weekly AMA sessions, which is Ask Me Anything sessions, because our intent is to support you in implementing this. Not to just share the theory in the sessions, but also follow you through for any challenge. So we have these AMA sessions where everybody comes together, shares their success and challenges, and then we have coaching, one-to-one coaching sessions. While it's a safe space for people to share, but some people need a more personalized attention, so they have these coaching sessions. And the value of each coaching session is 8,000 rupees. So the total value comes to, for package A, 68,000 rupees. For package B and C, it is 1 lakh and 1,40,000 rupees. But what you pay is not that much. This is a massive discount we are offering on this program. And the package A is a nominal 15,963 rupees. Package B, 25,963 rupees. And package C, with a discount of 1,05,000 rupees, is for 35,963 rupees. One question which I often get asked is why should I go for coaching session? And coaching is ideal for somebody who wants to grow fast in the career. And all the work that you do in these programs helps not only you, but the people around you, your family, your colleagues. And it's for somebody who wants to grow, develops. You believe in yourself, because the stuff we share is very well researched, very well practiced, and has worked on hundreds of my coaching clients. So if you believe in yourself, then you come up and go for the coaching sessions. What we do is we help you develop a vision for your career, which not many people have. Then blueprint, identify your values, which are at the root of all our decisions and conflicts in our life. What are our strengths? As a society, we are conditioned to look at our weaknesses, but here we help you identify, look at your strengths, and identify how you are applying these strengths in your life. Now, if you look at Sachin Tendulkar, and if somebody were to tell Sachin Tendulkar continuously that you are so bad at bowling, what's the point? To become world class, we need to singularly focus on our strengths. So how do we focus on our strengths? How to identify limiting beliefs, develop a career progression strategy, and develop a massive action plan. So that is what we do in these one-to-one coaching sessions. And for those who are action takers and are signing up now for the package A, we have this gift of my personally, the book I have authored, signed by me, autographed by me, will be couriered to you within India. Sharing the Google Pay link once again. And you, as I mentioned earlier, you become a part of this trailblazing leader community. Normally, when you do training sessions, you almost never ever again have access to the trainers. But here you have access to me as a part of the community, and to all other leaders who regularly share their wisdom and insights with them. So this program is for those who want to grow for their sake, for the sake of their families. We take limited people. We already have about 10 participants who have joined this program. We have few more seats open, so please act fast and join. As I mentioned, you have three options. You can go for option A, which is just the LSD by paying 4,999, or option B, which is SLP package with one coaching session, and option C, which has got SLP package with 5 coaching sessions. And it is also an upgrade is also possible. So you may start with LSD and upgrade by paying the balance. If you like, you can reserve your seat today by paying 999 and pay the balance before the next 2-3 days time. The same Google the QR code you can use, and in case you want to remit money from outside India, this is our bank account details. Sharing the dates once again. This we have discussed. Yeah. And once you join this, your life will take off like a rocket. You get this very attractive guidebook. So yeah, I would urge you to sign up now and take first step towards a thriving career. And I'll pause here now and open the session up for any question and answers that you may have. Hello, Aparna. And by the way, we have Sasha here, who has been part of this journey for nearly 2 years now. Sasha, anything you would like to share? Are you in a position to speak?
Yeah, definitely, yes.
Yes, please.
Yes,
You can hear from Sasha his experience of being on the SLP for over 2 years
right.
now. Yeah.
Yes. So it's been an amazing journey that I have signed up for SLP. The last 1 year has been very wonderful, and my journey, or I would say my career progression skyrocketed after joining the SLP program. What I aspired for a position, with the help of Ashish's mentorship, I was able to get that position very early in the start of the year. We started discussing about this in January. By May, I ended up in my dream job and dream position. So that was an amazing experience. So Ashish ji gives all the insights that are required for the learning, and the methodical step-by-step process that he gives, and also the follow-up meetings that he has been really amazing. And today I'm grateful for all his guidance.
Thank you, Sasha. And Sasha has gone on to register for the advanced SLP program. We haven't talked about today because SLP is the first step, and then you can go for advanced SLP. But he's continuing journey in 2026 with the advanced SLP program. So
Yeah,
that
correct.
shows how much he is committed to his learning and development. Any questions anybody would have, any comments? If no questions, I would be happy to hear your comments on what resonated with you. What is your one takeaway from the session today? Prabdit, Ketki, Mayur, GK sir, Aparna. Anyone would like to share? Yes, Richard.
I'm very excited, but I think you have someone coming over for coffee. If that was the doorbell, it's a joke.
I was just wondering. Yeah, thank you, GK sir. Thank you, Aparna. Yeah, your feedback is valuable. It motivates us and it helps us keep going. The Vaishnavi has been in touch with you. So if there's anything you would like to move forward with, if you need any assistance with, you can reach out to Vaishnavi or to me. Most of you would have my numbers also, so feel free to connect with me. I truly appreciate your taking out time and joining us today. And Purna, I'll have Vaishnavi reach out to you. Maybe we can schedule a one-to-one quick catch-up in the coming week, and I'll be happy to share more details. Yeah, thank you, Aparna. So thank you very much. I hope you got what you were looking for, and if not, please reach out to us. Thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, Richard.
Thank you so much. It's very nice. Thanks. Wishing everyone a good weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.